Hey Jude, I've successfully booked you a table for 5 people next Saturday at 5 p.m. with a request for window seating.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to build an AI voice assistant for a restaurant. You may be wondering who I am. My name is Ru Jude Lee Joseph. I'm a student at National Tsinghua University located in Taiwan. I am also the founder of Nixem AI, which is a company that helps businesses incorporate AI into their workflow. So without further ado, let's go into my computer and then we're going to build together this amazing AI voice assistant. So this is the platform that we're going to be using to build this AI agent. It's called VAPI. There are a lot of other platforms out there, but in my opinion, I think this is the best one because it gives you so much flexibility. So I will leave in the description a link to VAPI. So here we have all of our assistant. So those are the assistants that I've built for testing purposes. Here we have our phone numbers. So what you need to know is that you can link those assistant with a phone number. So when the client calls in, instead of real person answering, it's going to be the AI answering. So in this case, you'll see I have this phone number that, well, doesn't have any assistant linked to it yet, but I can decide to whether link it to this assistant, or this assistant. It's going to be what I want to do, basically. And then here we have the files. This is not a function that I use very often because VAPI hasn't really mastered this function. And here we have the tools. This is something that we're going to get into later. Here we have blocks, which is a function that is not yet, I would say, put in action by VAPI. And here we have the squads, which is very, very interesting, but we will not get into this for this video. So let's go back to our assistant. Our assistant name is Marie. So here we have how much a call is going to cost us per minute. And here we have the latency. The latency is how long the AI takes to process the information and to give back a response. And then here we have our prompt. We have our first message. Hello, this is Mary from Bistro Heaven. How may I assist you today? So this is what the AI is going to say when it receives a call. And here we have the system prompt. So the thing about prompting, it is one of the most, if not the hardest part in building those AI solutions, because what you have to know is that AI models are non-deterministic by nature, which means that you have to prompt it in a way so you can get a very consistent output. So here, this is our prompt. So to build this prompt, we used a method called Markdown formatting, which is a method developed by OpenAI to train their AI models. We have the role. This is who the AI is. You're an experienced virtual assistant for a restaurant called Bistro Haven. You have an amazing ability to understand the caller's need and provide great recommendation. Task, what the AI should do. Your task, there's a typo here. Your task is to help the caller book a reservation at the restaurant and also update previous reservations. Specifics, how to do it, how the AI should do this thing. When a caller wants to make a table reservation, number one, ask for the caller's name, ask for the caller's email, ask for the preferred date and time, ask the caller for how many people does he want to reserve the table for, ask the caller if he or she has any special request. And here is the context. So we use this section to give the AI a sense of purpose. Bistro Haven is a family-owned restaurant founded in 1975, located in Manhattan, New York. We pride ourselves in serving delicious, healthy food. And here we're going to provide the AI a set of examples how a typical call with a customer might look like. Hello, this is Mia from Bistro Haven. How can I assist you today? I'd like to book a table for dinner. Great. Can I get your name, please? John Paul. Thanks, John Paul. Could I also have your email for the booking confirmation? Sure. It's john.doe@example.com. This is not a real email. Just to confirm, your email is johndoe@gmail.com. Yes, that's correct. Perfect. What date and time would you like to reserve the table for? I'd like to book for Saturday, October 15 at 7 p.m. Got it. How many people will be joining you? It will be 4 people. Thanks, John. Do you have any special requests? For example, seating preferences or dietary needs? Yes, we'd love a table by the window if possible. Please wait a moment while I process your booking. So here, this is a very, very important part, which is called the tool call. You might be wondering, what is a tool? A tool is a function that is used to transfer information that the AI has captured to an external environment. For example, in this video, the AI is going to capture the name of the caller, the email of the caller, the date and time, and will take this information and it will send them to a platform that we're going to use to then send this information to the client CRM or to a Google Sheet. Here we have the notes. So the notes are the little things that we don't want the AI to forget. This is a conversation. Keep your responses natural as if you were a real human. Use common language by including filler words like and in the conversation. What is very tricky about prompt engineering is that in order to get a very consistent output, you have to do a lot of testing. But you don't have to worry about that, because for the purpose of this video, I did all of the testing for you. You're basically going to get this prompt and you won't have to change anything to it. You just have to change the name of the tool that you're going to be using. And then that's pretty much it. You're good to go. So here we're going to go to the tool section. So as I've mentioned, this is what the AI is going to use to capture the information and send them to an external environment. So here, this is the tool that we're going to be using for our AI voice agent, Bistro Living Booking. So I'm going to teach you how to yourself build your tool. So we click on this new tool, click on Make, which is the platform that we're going to use to process all our data. So we click on Make, and then here we have a little note. You haven't added Make credentials. Please copy and paste the webhook URL from your scenario into the server URL. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to go to make.com. You don't have to worry. I will provide a link, save changes. I will provide a link to this platform in the description of the video. After you sign up for your make.com account, this is the page that you're going to get. And then you're going to go down to scenario. You'll click on scenario and you're going to click here, create a new scenario. But for the purpose of this video, we already have the scenario that we created. So I'm going to just click here and then type restaurant booking. We click on this, click on edit. So you won't have to worry about this part because I will be providing you this template in the description of my video. It will be on my free Discord channel. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to click on more, and then you're going to click on import blueprint, and then you're going to click on choose file, and then you're just going to have to click the template that I'm going to be providing you in my resource hub. Okay, for example, you're going to click on this template, and then you're going to click on open, and then you're going to have all of this. So the only thing you're going to need to do is to map out the different information into each module. So here, this is the link that we're going to copy. We're going to copy this link and we're going to go into VAPI and we're going to paste this link, and then you click on save and then click on next. So here we have to create what's called a property. So we can consider property as a little box that contains some information that will be transferred to an external environment. So for the name of this property, we can call it name, and as a description we write, this is the name of the caller. Okay, save, add another one, email, this is the email of the caller, and then here you're gonna have to add some other ones like date and time, dietary preferences, etc. But this is just to show you how to build your own tool. And then here, this is the name of the tool. We can call this one restaurant booking. And in the description, we write this is the tool used to book table for the caller. And then you're just gonna have to click on create. But since we've already created our own tool, we're gonna go over it. So here, this is the server URL. Here, this is the name of the tool, Bistro Haven Booking. This is the tool used to make a table reservation for the caller. And we have 5 different properties. Email, this is the email of the caller. Name, this is the name of the caller. Date and time, this is the date and time the caller indicated. The requirements, this is the special requirement made by the caller. And then we have number of people, this is the number of people the caller indicated. Always add a +1 to that number. So the reason why I included always add a +1 to that number is just to be safe. And then we're good to go. So now let's go inside of Make to see how the scenario is gonna work out. So we click in Make. Okay, so like I told you before, the data is gonna be received by this. This is called a webhook. So if you wanna add a webhook, the only thing you have to do is to double click add a module. You click on this, and then you can search webhook, and then you click on custom webhook, and then you click on add. Okay, you have to name a webhook. Let's say a restaurant. Let's call it restaurant webhook to webhook. Oh, restaurant webhook. No, restaurant webhook. Only one webhook. And then click on save. Remember that you have to copy this and then put it into your tool. But since we already have a webhook here, we don't need to do so. Okay, we delete this one. So what we're gonna do is, as you will see, I'm gonna click on we determine data structure, and then we're gonna test our agent to see if it's sending the information properly. So I click on this, we determine data structure. We go to VAPI, assistant, we go to Mary. Right now, we're going to test our assistant to see if it's properly sending the data that we ask it to send. Let's click on talk with assistant. So here we're going to test our assistant. Now that we've refreshed VAPI, we're going to test our assistant to see if it's sending the data properly. Okay, now we're going to test our assistant.
Hello, this is Mary from Bistro Haven. How may I assist you today?
Hello, Mary. I would like to book a table.
Oh, sure. What would you like to do? Are you looking to make a reservation or do you have something else in mind?
Yeah, I want to make a reservation.
Great. Can I get your name, please?
My name is Jude.
Thanks, Jude. Could I also have your email for the booking confirmation?
My email is jude@gmail.com.
Just to confirm, is your jude@gmail.com?
Yes, that's correct.
Perfect. What date and time would you like to reserve the table for?
Tomorrow at 5 p.m.
Got it. How many people will be joining you?
5 people.
Thanks, Jude. Do you have any special requests? For example, seating preferences or dietary needs?
Yeah, I would like to be seated near the window if possible.
Awesome. Just to recap, you'd like to reserve a table for 5 people tomorrow at 5 p.m., and you're requesting a table near the window. Please hold on for a moment while I process your booking. Give me a moment.
Okay, great. So here we can go and end the call, because here we've seen that this has changed into green, means that the data is being properly sent from our AI to the webhook. So what we're going to do is now we're going to spread that data into different parts. So here, what do we have? We're going to use an OpenAI module. So what does this OpenAI module do? It just takes the date and time that the user indicated and transformed it into a format that we can use. The thing is, the AI do not understand when you say tomorrow at 5 p.m. The AI do not know what time it is. So what we do here is that we tell OpenAI, okay, today is, let's say, for example, October 15th. So if the user says next Saturday, the AI has a point of reference to know when is next Saturday. So here for this OpenAI module, we use the create a completion prompt module. And here we have the role, we use the system role. And here, this is our prompt. You're an assistant that helps convert relative time expressions into exact date and times based on the current time. The current date and time is now. So this now function is already built in within Make. So all you have to do is just to write now, you see, so this function gives you the current date and time. So here we tell the AI, okay, today is October 15th, and then the AI is gonna say, oh, today's October 15th. So it's gonna take this date as a point of reference in order to output the specific date that the user was referring to. Interpret the following user's input and return the exact date and time in this format: year, month, day, hour, and minute. If the user already provides the date and time in the correct format, just send that data as your output without any additional information. For example, input tomorrow at 5 p.m., output 2024, 10 October 15, 5 p.m. And then here we click on OK. So now here we have a router. Within make.com, the router is used to spread the data into different direction. So here we have the data is being sent to Google Sheet, and then here we have the data being sent to Google Calendar. So first, let's look at the Google Sheet area. So here we use the Google Sheet role module. So what you have to do is to just connect your Google account. You're gonna have to sign it with Google. Me, I've already done that for the purpose of this video, but this is what you are gonna have to do yourself. And then here, a search method. We click on select from all, spreadsheet ID. So here we have to put our spreadsheet ID. So what we can do is use the ID finder function. We click on this and then we just click the name of the Google Sheet that you're going to be using. Click on it, click on OK, and then it's going to try to find the spreadsheet ID for you. So in our case, our spreadsheet only has one sheet, sheet 1. Table contains header. Let's check. Yes. So we're gonna click yes, and then here we have the values. So we have in our search we have the column name, email, date and time, number of people, and notes. So what we're gonna do here is that we map the information that we've received from the webhook into our spreadsheet. So I'm gonna teach you how to do that. I delete this, and then we go here. This is the data received by the webhook. We click on tools, calls, function, arguments, and then here we have the name. We click on name. So automatically the name is going to be transferred to the name column in our Google Sheet. And then here we have the email, we have the date and time. So you will have to delete this date and time because it's not the correct version. So we have to go here and click on result. This is the result we're gonna get from the ChatGPT module. Click on the result, and then here we have the number of people, and then here we have the notes. So on the other side of router, we have Google Calendar module, which means that we're gonna use the information that we've received to create a Google Calendar event, whether in our client's Google Calendar or, for the purpose of this video, my personal Google Calendar. So it is the same thing as you did for a spreadsheet. You need to connect your Google account and give it access to your Google Calendar. And then here you go, create an event in detail, calendar ID. Here you have the event name, table booking. So here we have the start date. Here we're going to be using what's called a function within Make. So this function parses a string with a date and returns the date. So here, this is the result that we've taken from OpenAI, and this result is a string, which means that it's a text. It's not a date yet. So we're gonna use this parse date function to transform this into a date using this format, which is called ISO format. This is the only format that Google Calendar accepts. And then here we have the end date. We do the same thing here, parse date, the result from the ChatGPT module, the format. But here, there's another function that we added on top of it, which is called add hours. So this function add 1 or 2 hours, the amount of hours that you specified, to the original time that you had. So let's say, for example, I say my reservation is at 5 p.m. So this means that the reservation is gonna end at 7 p.m. because here we added 2 hours to the original hours that we reserved our table. And then we go below duration 2 hours. It's the same as this. Description, we'll leave it empty. Location, we'll leave it empty. And then here we go into attendees, and then we go to name. So what we do, I'm gonna delete that so I can show you. We go below here, we click tool, calls, function, argument, and then here I input the name, and then here this is the email. So this is the email of the caller. So we're gonna use this email to send a message confirmation to the caller. Okay, and then here we click on OK, that's it. And then here we have what's called the webhook response. So this is what the AI is gonna be waiting for to know if the booking has been successful. So here we're gonna have to put the tool ID. How do we find that? I will delete it so I can show you. We just go into the webhooks data, and we go into tool calls, and we click on ID. That's it. And then here we have the result. The appointment has been successfully booked. And then we'll click on OK. Okay, I forgot to click on OK, this one. So here we're set. We already set up our scenario. It should be going pretty well. So let's go back to our VAPI to give it a test. So what you have to do here is you have to click on run once. I forgot that I put a background sound. So we're gonna need to go to voice, and then we're gonna change the background sound from office to default. Let's put it default, and then we click on publish. And I don't know if I mentioned that before. This is where you're gonna have to add the tool that you've created in this function section. So for example, this is the tool that we've created for the purpose of this video, but I could also add in the tool if I wanted to. Okay, so this is where you go and then you add the tool that you've created. So let's give it a try.
This is Mary from Bistro Haven. How may I assist you today?
Hello, Mary. I would like to make a table reservation.
Great. I'd be happy to help you with that. Can I get your name, please?
My name is Jude.
Thanks, Jude. Could I also have your email for the booking confirmation?
My email is jude@gmail.com.
Just to confirm, your email is jude@gmail.com, right?
Yes, jude@gmail.com.
Got it. Thanks for confirming, Jude. What date and time would you like to reserve the table for?
Tomorrow at 5 p.m.
I'm sorry, but we need at least 24 hours notice for reservations. Could you choose another date and time?
Oh, then next Saturday at 5 p.m.
Perfect. How many people will be joining you?
4 people.
Thanks, Jude. Do you have any special requests? For example, seating preferences or dietary needs?
I would like to be seated by the window if possible.
Awesome. Just to recap, you'd like to reserve a table for 5 people tomorrow at 5 p.m. and you're requesting a table near the window. Please hold on for a moment while I process your booking.
Okay, great.
This will just take a sec. Hey, Jude. I've successfully booked you a table for 5 people next Saturday at 5 p.m. with a request for window seating. You're all set. Is there anything else I can help you with?
No, thank you. That's all. Okay, so here we've successfully booked our table. So as you could have seen, the scenario has been successful. You have saw the data going to the webhook. It went into the ChatGPT model, and then after went to the router and got separated into 2 branch. Went to the Google Sheet, also went to the Google Calendar. So all our module in make.com were all successful. So just to check, we're gonna go into our Google Sheet, and then here we see this is the name Jude, email, date and time, number of people, and then here we have the note window seating. This is the end of our video. All the resources will be found in the link in the description in our Discord channel. If you like this video, go ahead and smash the subscribe button so you know when we are releasing another tutorial like this. And if you're a business owner looking to build those type of AI voice solutions for your business, you can click the link in the description and book a free discovery call with my agency, and we'll try to help you as best as we can. Let's bring AI to the people. Peace.